Well, good morning and welcome to day 77 in our journey through the Word. Uh, in today's video, as I just start this, just remember to pray for my wife this morning. She's having some surgery on her shoulder today, and so I'm recording this just a little early because we will be at the hospital early in the morning on Friday in order to have her there in time for her to have her procedure done on her shoulder. Today's reading was difficult for me. Again, many things we have already been instructed before, but had some new things as well. But some of them just made me go back and think and wonder about how we react to these types of situations today in our world. We see in today's reading a lot of life situations. Some are more pleasant than others, but they are all true today as they were back then. They dealt with crime, relationships, responsibilities to the family, honesty, accountability, integrity, just a whole gamut of things. The sad thing I see from today's reading is how we continue to ignore God's decrees in regards to many of these things today. We are accountable to man, but more importantly, we are accountable to God in obeying His commands that He's given us. We no longer hold people accountable for their actions, or if we do, it's not to the point, obviously, that we see in today's reading. Some of these were pretty specific on what God expected in certain situations and how things would be handled in order to get the sin out of the camp, out of the people. Obviously, it would instill fear if in our world today if we continue to follow the consequences of the sins that were discussed in today's reading. Many times we just ignore it and we feel God is doing the same, but let me assure you, He is not. God hates sin. God is not ignoring our sins. He is not ignoring the sins of others. But our responsibility is not to hold the others accountable for their sins. That is God's responsibility, and God's alone. He is the judge. We are not. And I found a passage out of Revelation 4:7 today where it said, "Fear God," he shouted, and that's the angel that's speaking here. It said, "Fear God, give glory to Him, for the time has come when He will sit as judge. Worship Him who made the heavens, the earth, the sea, and all the springs of water. For the time has come when He will sit as judge. I will not sit as judge. You will not sit as judge. I will not set punishment. You will not set punishment. That is God's and God's alone." So, in thinking about that, I came back to a passage out of Joshua 24, and I know we're not there yet, but it's not far away. That will be coming here quickly, but it says, "So fear the Lord and serve Him wholeheartedly." And we've talked about that word wholeheartedly already. With everything that you have, your whole being, serve the Lord. Serve the Lord alone. And that's not saying by yourself, and you can do that by yourself. You can do it with others, and that's not what that's saying. It's saying serve God only. There will be no other God before me. But if you refuse to serve the Lord, then choose today whom you will serve. Would you prefer to serve the gods of your ancestors? The calf, the cow, birds, poles, the sky, the sun, the moon, the water, the ocean, position, things, money, financial security. But I'm reminded, as Joshua said, and I say this for my family as well, and I pray that you will for yours. But as for me and my family, we will serve the Lord. There were some strong words to Israel and for us today. Never take advantage of the poor and destitute laborers. Parents must not be put to death for the sins of their children, nor children for their parents' sins. True justice must be given to foreigners living among you and to orphans. And as we're told later, widows as well. We don't need to forget that group. You must use accurate scales when you weigh. Again, honesty, integrity, accountability, responsibility. Those are the things that we must do. We must be responsible to take care of those less fortunate than others. We can't blame a child or a parent for the sins that are chosen by the parent of the child. They will be held accountable, not the parents or the children. True justice to all people. To all people. And we must use accurate scales. We must be honest. We must be people of integrity. I want us to remember that God does not expect us to wander aimlessly. And I believe I've said that before. He doesn't expect us to wander aimlessly. He has a plan, and that plan does not include confusion or fear. But as for me and my family, we will serve the Lord. I hope you have a great weekend. Again, continue to pray for my wife as she recovers from her shoulder surgery, and pray that will healing will come quickly. And I will see you again on Monday as we journey through the Word.